And the DA says her office does not receive a citation until law enforcement makes multiple attempts to warn the business owner. National City has the highest rate of coronavirus infections in San Diego County based on population. And now the city is increasing its testing efforts to date. There have been 238 reported cases in the city, which makes up nearly 5% of all positive results in the county. National City was the first in the county to require face coverings in public. And now Mayor Alejandra Sotelo Solis says the city is now working on unique ways to increase testing in its community.
Last Thursday, we launched our free food distribution with the San Isidro Health and Catholic Charities organizations at St. Anthony's Church. And today we're excited to share that in the near future, we will be offering free COVID-19 testing through that effort. Soon you will be able to make an appointment for emergency food and testing for you and your family members.
And that was the mayor of National City speaking. She also announced that Paradise Valley Hospital received 2 rapid testing machines from the county and that the city is working to bring more pop-up testing sites to the area. The mayor says the best way to go about getting a test is to call your healthcare provider. If you don't have a physician, you can call 211. San Diego County officials reveal a significant spike in local coronavirus deaths. 15 more were reported yesterday, increasing the total to 190. We've now had more than 5,100 local positive tests, with 96 of those coming in yesterday. So far, more than 3,100 people have recovered so far. Happening now, healthcare workers are protesting outside the Otay Mesa Detention Center, demonstrating while they're calling dangerous conditions for the detainees. It's part of a protest happening at ICE detention centers nationwide. At least 200 detainees and staff at the Otay Mesa facility have tested positive, with the first death at a federal immigration center reported there earlier this month. ICE has released dozens of detainees from Otay Mesa, though it is refusing to release 35 others who are medically vulnerable. Malls and outlets have been cleared by the state to partially reopen. Fox 5's Eric Richards joins us from Chula Vista with a look at the rules that stores and shoppers will have to follow.
Well, this is certainly great news for the retail industry, as we know one of the hardest hit amid this pandemic. And although malls and businesses are slowly, little by little reopening, folks still can't go inside these shops. It's all curbside pickup only. Those guidelines actually released yesterday by the governor. Now shopping malls, including strip malls and outlet malls, can, yes, reopen. But since this will be pickup service only, there needs to clearly be marked pickup zones. Malls will also need to follow similar employee training and cleaning procedures as other retail businesses are doing right now, and must frequently disinfect surfaces like ATMs and benches and turn off all public drinking fountains. Stores are encouraged to only accept credit cards from customers and install hands-free payment systems. Also on the list for reopening, we're talking about car washes, pet grooming, landscaping and gardening businesses, as well as some outdoor museums. And we spoke with some mall employees yesterday. Here's what they said.
We need income. We need to pay for bills, rent, feeding the family.
It's going to be great to see people starting to come back to the mall. Although we're not allowed to have dining customers yet, at least it's going to, bring more customers, more people to the mall.
And here at the Otay Ranch Town Center, one of those mall employees actually described this area as a ghost town. But hopefully, since this mall now partially reopened, we'll see some more foot traffic. In the South Bay, Eric Richards, Fox 5 News.
All right, Eric. A number of coronavirus vaccines are in the works, but it would take months or years to get an approval. Now, the question many parents have is it safe for kids to go back to school in the fall? Here's Daryl Forges.
Some parents and students are eager to get back to school. But the question now is, when is it safe?
We have to listen to what experts say so that we can get in front of this, so that we can flatten the curve, so that we don't hurt our own students.
Teachers at all levels of education, from kindergarten through college, are concerned about the safety of their students and themselves. On Tuesday, the California State University system announced it will cancel nearly all in-person classes this fall. Educators saying they are concerned about creating new virus clusters.
The prospect of bringing students from across the state and across the country to converge on Little Monterey County, we face the prospect of turning the campus into a cluster that would actually single-handedly drive the infection rates in our county.
Universities in at least 6 other states plan to have classes on campus in the fall. There is also the question for how to create safe spaces for students in kindergarten through 12th grade.
I have 39 kids in my classroom one year. How are you going to socially distance 39 kids?
This, as experts say, they are working around the clock and around the world to create COVID-19 vaccines. White House Coronavirus Task Force member Dr. Anthony Fauci says a vaccine before the fall semester is doubtful.
The idea of having treatments available or a vaccine to facilitate the re-entry of students into the fall term would be something that would be a bit of a bridge too far.
Now, looking abroad, in Beijing, schools and universities will be open in June. Now, as for a vaccine, Dr. Anthony Fauci says that he's cautiously optimistic there will be one by the end of this year, perhaps in early 2021. In Atlanta, I'm Daryl Forges.
Daryl, thank you. A man wanted for domestic abuse led police on a high-speed chase through Los Angeles with a baby in the car with him. Now, that chase started after officers tried to pull him over last night. Sparks flew from the Prius's missing front tire, but he kept going, just speeding through the streets and intersections. Eventually, the driver did stop, but after a standoff that lasted about a few minutes, the man eventually surrendered and handed the baby to officers. The good news is the child was not injured and the driver was arrested. Still ahead here at 1 o'clock, some restaurants now preparing to reopen for dining, but sitting 6 feet apart may not make a difference to stop the spread of COVID-19. Plus, we're celebrating a classic movie that was filmed here in San Diego. How many years it's been since Top Gun was released.
And we are below average out there, but still warm and sunny in the 70s, just how we like it. But coming up, I'll let you know when to expect a warm-up ahead.
You're watching the Fox 5 News at 1.
Now more than ever, we're proud of the way we take care of our Window World customers. So we want to assure you that we're taking every precaution to keep your family and our family safe. We offer virtual estimates and can help you through just about the entire process without setting a foot in your home. And for a little extra peace of mind, we're offering zero down, interest-free financing on our entire lineup of award-winning windows, doors, and exterior products. From our Window World family to yours, we're honored to safely serve you as we go through this.
ASI, the White Glove guys, this is Ken.
Wah wah.
It's for you.
This is Phil.
Wah wah wah.
Yeah, we really wear white gloves.
Wah wah wah.
Oh, leaky faucet, we'll check it for free.
Wah wah wah.
Yes, my ponytail is real.
Wah wah wah.
Many in our community have lost their jobs and need help. There are programs available for everyday expenses like utility bills, even if you've never qualified before. Federal grants can pay up to $1,000 through the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, or get a discount of 30% or more on monthly energy bills through the CARE program. To see if you qualify, go to 211sandiego.org or stge.com/assistance.
Milton's Del Mar, a North County favorite for 25 years. The classic deli, legendary bakery, and must-try restaurant full of homemade recipes keeps you coming back for more. Curbside pickup and delivery available.
Meet me at Milton.
Schillinger Law, your estate planning attorney of choice, committed to client service. Call now for your free consultation. Plan, prepare, protect with Schillinger Law.
You're ready to drive again, and not just to the neighborhood store. In a new Honda, you can enjoy the open road with powerful performance. And your money can go farther too, because Honda holds its value better than any other auto brand. Your Honda dealer is offering flexibility, like shopping online, so you can purchase with confidence. Get your new Honda today. KBB.com's 2020 Best Value Brand.
Christina Audiencial, Fox 5 Morning News.
Now more than ever, we're proud of the way we take care of our Window World customers. So So we want to assure you that we're taking every precaution to keep your family and our family safe. We offer virtual estimates and can help you through just about the entire process without setting a foot in your home. And for a little extra peace of mind, we're offering zero down, interest-free financing on our entire lineup of award-winning windows, doors, and exterior products. From our Window World family to yours, we're honored to safely serve you as we go through this.
You're watching the Fox 5 News at 1.
A new study is helping us to understand the challenges of stopping the spread of COVID-19. According to researchers from the University of Oregon, sitting 6 feet apart in closed spaces like restaurants may not be enough to stop the spread. Litsa Pappas has more.
Researchers from the University of Oregon found airflow can make a big difference in the spread of viruses like COVID-19 when people are inside.
And so it's really just the notion that particles may be caught up in airstreams and pushed further than you might anticipate.
So if you're sitting in a restaurant 6 feet apart, that may not exactly keep you from getting sick. Kevin Van Den Wy-Mellenberg is one of the authors behind this new study. His team created this visual to show how a virus can easily spread indoors from person to person across the room if there's no filtration or fresh air.
I think we should be looking for ways to increase the outdoor airflow. And then in the scenarios where that's more difficult, I think there are secondary strategies that we could pursue, including increased filtration, access to sunlight, potentially some indoor humidification.
So if you were to simulate this in a realistic setting in an experiment, you might not even see the same flow patterns.
MIT professor Lydia Buriba says this is a great tool to educate the public on airflow and how fresh air can really help, but she says this visual doesn't quantify the impact of COVID-19 indoors.
How far it travels, what the concentration is, the speeds and the evolution of these droplets and the virus in it, all of those are not resolved whatsoever in these kind of numerical schemes.
For instance, Buriba says simply opening a window may not be the solution for every restaurant to keep people safe.
If you have a source that is sitting and you have an airflow coming from behind that source, even if that's fresh air, that would basically engulf more of those contaminants dispersed to the individuals in that line of direction of the flow.
Van Den Wy-Mellenberg agrees that every building is different and will need its own air filtration system, but he hopes his study will encourage more people to look for these solutions before reopening for business.
So you can actually test your building for the presence of this virus, and you can implement strategies to minimize risk, and then you can test your building again and see if that if that strategy was effective.
Well, the things we're learning, and that was Litsa Pappas with that report. Top Gun hit the big screen 34 years ago this week. To mark the occasion, today is officially Top Gun Day. Now, one of the actors joined us this morning, Rick Rossovich, who played Slider in the original film, and he talked about how special San Diego is to him. And he talked about the Top Gun sequel.
Yeah, well, there was always talk over the years to make the sequel, and I always said no, that shouldn't be done. That's kind of, why go there, why do that?
Yeah.
But I think I have to give all the credit to Tom. Tom he's a perfectionist. He's got passion. He knows what he wants to do. He's going to tell a great story. It's going to really come at a time that, we really need it. We need a nice Christmas present. So let's look forward to Top Gun Maverick December 23rd. And let's hope we're all back to normal by then. And we can really have, another reawakening, so to speak, like we had back in '85.
Well, Top Gun is now available on 4K Ultra HD. The 4K Blu-ray comes out next week. And the Thunderbirds are now heading to San Diego. They'll honor those on the front lines of the pandemic, including first responders and essential workers. It's all part of the Operation America Strong flyover across the nation. It will start this Friday at noon and last for about 15 minutes. The Thunderbirds will then head to Los Angeles. And speaking of looking to the skies, there is some sunshine out there. Liberty Zabala has more on your forecast.
That's right, Maria. Beautiful skies out there and beautiful sunshine. We are a little bit cooler, well below normal, but we are still very warm out there, as you can see from our current temperatures outside. A nice sunny and 70 degrees for you in downtown San Diego, 70 as well for you in El Cajon. Cooler for you in the mountains at 54 in Julian, and a nice warm 86 degrees for you in Borrego Springs. But we did see some light rain last night, so here's what has fallen so far. Very small amounts, as you can see in Julian and Mount Palomar. They almost got a quarter of an inch, and then much less significant rain across the county, about a 1/15 of an inch in Mission Beach area, and then the rest a few hundredths of an inch. Now, for your surf report, if you do head to the beaches maintaining that safe physical distance, we will see a mixed swell of 2 to 4 feet. Low tide was at 9:43 a.m. High tide at just about 3.5 feet at 5:29 p.m. today, and the water temperature a bit warm, 65 to 68 degrees. Now for tonight, we will be cloudy and we will drop down to 63 for your low at the coast. Inland valleys at 52, 44 for you in the mountains, and 61 for you in the deserts. And I'll send it to you, Maria.
All right, Liberty, thank you for that.